Hello guys, what's up? My name is Anil and this is my video tutorial on C programming. So in this tutorial I'm gonna teach you how we can delete a file in C using one of the functions available in C. So this function is called remove. You can find the prototype of this remove function in the stdio.h header file. So first we're gonna see the syntax and then we're gonna see how we can use this function in our program. So you can see here this remove function as a parameter takes the file name. So this file name is the name of the file which we want to delete with the extension, and also this remove function is gonna return some integer values. So depending on this integer value we can say that whether the file has been deleted or not. If the return value is 0, then it's gonna mean that file has been deleted successfully, and if it is a non-zero value, then it's gonna mean that there was some errors while deleting the file. So now first we're gonna save our file. So I'm gonna save it in my E drive inside the C programs folder, and I'm gonna call it as delete. And also make sure that you have the extension or the save as type should be C source files or C++ source files. This time I'm gonna select C source files, save it. So next we're gonna use this remove function in our program. Since this remove function is gonna return some integer value, we need a variable to store that value. So I'm gonna create an integer variable and I'm gonna call it as status. Next we're gonna use the remove function and we need to pass the file name as the argument. So to demonstrate that, I'm gonna create a file in my E drive inside the C programs folder where this delete.c is present, and I'm gonna create a text document and I'm gonna name it as example. So this is example.txt, and also the main thing is this example.txt is present where the exe file of this delete.c will be present. When we compile our program, it's gonna create an exe file, and that exe file will be created where this delete.c is present. So that delete.exe will be here, and also this example.txt is also in the same folder. So now in our program we're gonna call the remove function. So it's gonna be remove, and as a parameter we need to pass the file name, that is example.txt, and we're gonna store that return value from this remove function in our status variable. So it's gonna be status equal to remove function with the file name example.txt as the argument. So the next thing we want to do is we just want to print out the value stored in the status variable, that is the value returned from the remove function, so which is of type integer. So I'm going to use format specifier as %d and add a new line here and refer the status variable. Next we're going to use the if and else statements to print the appropriate message whether the file has been deleted or not. So I'm going to use if status equal to 0, which is gonna mean that file has been deleted successfully. We're gonna print that to the screen, and I'm gonna use the put as function. So it's gonna be put as and a string specifying that file deleted. Else, if there was any errors while deleting the file, then we're gonna print that to the screen also. I'm gonna use the put as function again, and I'm gonna say error while deleting the file. So that's it. I'm gonna save it again, then go to before that I'm gonna open up the folder where our delete.c and also this example.txt is present, and I'm gonna minimize it here. So when I execute this one, compile and run, you can see here that example.txt is not present and it's been deleted, and also you can see an exe file of delete.c. So here the return value from this remove function is 0, which is gonna mean that file has been deleted successfully. That's why it just printed the if part and it just said file deleted. And now if I run this program again, what happens is this example.txt, which is the file we want to delete, is not present where this delete.exe is present. That's why it's gonna result in error and it's gonna print out the else part. So I'm gonna run this. Run. You can see here the return value from this remove function is -1, and also it just executed the else part, and it just printed error while deleting the file. So I'm gonna close it. And the next thing I want to teach you is, what if the file we want to delete is present inside a folder. So I'm gonna create a folder, and I'm gonna call it as let's say Anil, and we're gonna create that example.txt inside this Anil folder. So it's gonna be example.txt. So now if we want to delete this example.txt inside the Anil folder, what we need to do is we need to pass the path. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write Anil, which is a folder name, then a slash, and then specifying the file name, which is example.txt. So now if I open up this folder here, and you can see the example.txt, which is present inside the Anil folder. If I compile and run, it says file deleted, and also the return value is 0. And when I open up this Anil folder, you can see here the file is been deleted. So now we're gonna have a recap. So to delete a file in C, we're gonna use a function which is called remove, and you have to pass the file name as a parameter to this remove function, and this remove function is gonna return some integer value. You can pass the file name, or you can pass the path of the file also from the root, and if that file and the exe file of the C file you are working is present in the same folder, then you just need to pass the file name as the argument. So this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is how you can delete a file in C. I see you in the next tutorial.